Hello everyone. So this is Asad on Let's Show You with another video from Lisbon, Portugal. And this is going to be an exciting one because I am traveling to New York, America for the first time. And this is not only going to be my first time in America, but also stepping onto, uh, North American continent. So it has been on the list for a very long time. Uh, to visit different countries in North America and South America. Uh, but this time I chose New York to start with, and this is going to be my first time. So I've come to Lisbon, Portugal today because tomorrow I have a flight to take to New York. It's going to be an 8-hour flight. I'll record this trip to keep it as a memory and also to share with you guys. And I'm also going to share all the tips and tricks that I use whenever I try to, visit new place. And I'm sure it's going to help you as well in that case. And the reason I chose, New York or America in general in my first trip is because in my past for over a decade, I worked with, different American companies where I was directly dealing with American clients. So I know a lot about American people. And during that time, I got to know a lot more about American geography, about all the states and, stuff that you can do there. So I really thought that, I would pay my visit some time. And now in January, I had some free time. So I thought I'll plan a trip to New York, America. Now I wanted to share my agenda with you guys for this trip, but I thought it would be better to do it from a different view. So there's a beautiful view in my background that you guys can see, and I'll tell you about it a little bit more in a bit. But before that, I'll share my agenda with you guys. So in this trip, I'm planning to areas in New York like Manhattan streets, Queens, Brooklyn, Long Island, uh, and famous spots like Times Square, Central Park, uh, Brooklyn Bridge, and that would basically help me to understand a little bit more about local culture and also to observe, city architecture from in different areas. And I also have two museums on the list that I'm going to visit to know a bit more about the history. One of them being a Museum of Natural History, and the other one is 9/11 Memorial and Museum, and that is basically to pay the respect to the city because I know that was a tragic time in the history of not just New York but also America. Uh, so yeah, that's the highlight from my trip. And now about the background. Okay, now about the background, I thought I'll share where I'm standing and what view we are looking at. So basically, this spot is called Cristo, which is on the other side of the Lisbon, and this is basically a pretty big, Christ statue, which I think is inspired. I mean, that's what I read, that it was inspired from Rio de Janeiro in Brazil because they have, I think, a bigger version in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, and this is another one that they built here many years ago. But right now we are looking at the very famous, Lisbon Bridge. It is basically called 25D April Bridge, and this bridge actually has a connection with America. And I'm going to tell you about it. Why? So basically, this bridge back in 1960s was built and tendered by an American company, and it was basically the same American company who built Golden Gate Bridge in San Francisco, America. So a lot of you guys, if you have been to America and to California, must be thinking why it has so much similarity. So it was designed by the same architect. It has the same design. It's shorter in length, and from this bridge, it has express highway crossing through it with where cars pass, and under beneath on the bottom part there is a railway track. And down there, this river is called Tagus River, or in Portuguese they say Tejo River. This river is actually one of the biggest river in Iberian Peninsula, running through the Spain, and then coming here and passing through Lisbon, Portugal, making its way to the Atlantic Ocean. And we have a beautiful sunset about to happen. It's an amazing view here. So yeah, that's about it for now, and tomorrow I'll be taking a flight. It's an early morning flight, and we will continue this from there on. Good morning, people, from next day. So I'm all set, ready to leave my temporary accommodation that I had here in Lisbon. So it's about 7 a.m. right now, and my flight is at 10:30. So I'll be driving towards the airport, and yeah, so this is gonna be my outfit for today. And I have this top. I'm sure this is gonna serve me in New York cold, because it's gonna be a little bit more chilly as compared to here in Lisbon. And this is the only backpack that I'm gonna have, because it's a short trip. So this would have all my stuff that I would need for about 1 week. That's how I like to travel, you know, backpack. It's handy, you don't have to carry a lot. All right, so let's go. More trick that I'm going to share with you guys is that, you know, since I'm driving to the airport, so whenever I try and you know, take a short trip, I don't park my car at the airport, because, you know, it can take, or, you know, it can cost you about 15 to 20 euros per day. So the trick that I use is that, you know, I basically find a free parking spot nearby airport, you know, maybe like within 3 to 4 kilometers. I just search on Google on the areas that I can, you know, find, and then I just drive there and park my car over there. So that would save me the parking cost, and, you know, from there I can just take Uber or taxi to get to the airport. And by the way, if you do that, don't forget to save your parking spot, otherwise you can really forget that, and, you know, it won't be easy to find your car again. So right now on my car navigation, I'm just gonna scroll near the airport. Well, I actually already searched a place. So basically, near Lisbon airport, I found this spot, Pizza 23, where I saw that that's a residential area, and there are free parking spots. So you see here, okay, I don't know if you can really see that, but yeah, this is the airport, and the parking spot is right here. I think it's just within 2 to 3 kilometers. So we'll drive there and park our car. So it's 7 So we are about to enter the same bridge that I showed you guys yesterday, which is called 25D April Bridge. So we'll be crossing that now. And there is a toll before we cross that. Okay, so we are all set, ready to go. I have my parking spot here, and I'm just gonna show you exactly. This is the spot I found. So yeah, street looks good. So I'm just gonna be parking my car here and then wait for the Uber to come over. I've just ordered the Uber. Take my bag. Good. Okay, so that's where I am, waiting for my Uber now, and it says it's gonna take about 5 to 7 minutes for that to arrive. I hope that arrives soon because it's already right now 8:11 and my flight is about 10:30, so we need to be there soon. So any second my car is gonna be here. So it's Mercedes-Benz. Okay, I see one Mercedes. I think this is going to be my Uber. Yeah, I think that's the one. Okay, that is my Uber. Hola, buen día. I've just realized that my flight is not at 10:30 but at 10:55. I just need to find desk for Delta check-in. Okay, let's get to the coffee. I have some time. Let's get some coffee for myself. Olá, bom dia. Uma galão e muito quente, ok? Sim. E uma cake, esta. Sim, esta.
Algo mais?
Tudo. Cartão. Não, desculpe, não pasta nada, cake.
Não
Sim.
é que mata?
Sim. Esta. Esta, sim, sim. Obrigado.
Olha então, galão, mar.
So this is what I'm gonna have for my breakfast, a coffee with this muffin, and I think that's gonna do me enough for this morning. So we are actually taking this 10:50 flight to New York with Delta AF3564, and it's on desk number 109 to 115. Okay, let's get to check-in. I just got my boarding pass. Now we are in duty-free area. So this is an interesting place, and it is full of very famous Portuguese fish called sardines. So they're all packed in these small cans. Yeah, very interesting store. Swordfish. Wow. I think they have different fish types here. So there's the store here. Portuguese sardine. Fly with the year of happiness. Oh. Okay, so finally we found gate number 40. So now we are in a queue to get to our boarding gate. Hello.
Second aisle for right.
Good morning. Now it's going to be an 8 hours long journey. Okay guys, I just made it out of the New York airport. It was literally a nightmare because there was a huge queue. Okay guys, so I just made it out of the airport and it was absolute chaos and nightmare to come out of the airport because it took me about 3 hours. It was a huge queue to come out of the airport. But anyways, now I'm here and it's already dark out here. And now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna maybe get a ticket for a metro. I've just checked and metro pass is about $34 for 7 days. That's what I'm gonna take and get to my hotel in Manhattan. So yeah, that's where I am standing right now. We're here, as you can see in the background, and down there is a railway track. So here I am in Manhattan on 103rd Street. So it was literally a chaos today, coming out of New York airport because there was huge queue. It literally, took me 3 hours, for me to come out of the airport and, pass the security check. So much tourists were there. It was literally an influx of tourists today. And well, anyways, once I came out of the airport, uh, I took. So the best way to come to Manhattan is and the way that I use as well was to take air train. That costed me about $8 or I think $9 for me to take a train to come to Jamaica Station. From there on, I bought another card. It is basically a metro card that works for 7 days in subways and train system in New York and Manhattan. I'm going to show you that in a moment. And it's only $34 for 7 days, and I think it's the best choice if you want to travel around the city for a couple of days. As it says, $34, 7 days unlimited for use on subway and or local bus. So it is about 10 minutes of walk from this metro station or subway station that I've come out of. So yeah, that's how it looks like out here. Guys, I think I'm going to end this video here for today. I'm literally too tired. It took almost the whole day, especially with the 3 hours of, security check that I had to go through at New York airport. And tomorrow I'll be exploring more places in New York, Manhattan. So I'm going to end this video here tonight on this note that we'll meet tomorrow again. I'll be exploring more of New York. And for now, yeah, that's it for today. I'm literally very tired. I'm going to take some rest at my hotel. All right, see you on the next one tomorrow, and hope you guys are liking my videos and things that I'm sharing with you guys. Have a good one. Take care. Good night. Bye bye.